What's up, everyone? How you doing? I just wanted to jump on and do a quick video to explain the benefits of the classes that I'm offering to the TMS community, because I think a lot of the time they can be a little bit misunderstood. Here we go. Like clockwork. Come on, come say hi. It's time to do a video. She's so annoying. So yeah, I think yoga can be seen as, and naturally so, just a workout, basically, a type of exercise, which it is partly, but for my practice, it is certainly not the main focus of what we're doing. So part of the importance of the practice that I teach is getting back to movement, a little gentle way of getting back to movement, but without the fear factor. So we're trying to kind of avoid that really common, I want to get back to exercise, but I'm starting to run again and I get a massive flare up. I'm starting to do whatever exercise it is that I love, lifting weights, whatever it is. And then you get that massive, like, your brain goes frightened and you get flares and it just becomes a pain fear cycle. Stop it. So we get back to movement without fear, but very gently. But again, it's a really kind of minor, if anything, part of the practice. The main element of this practice is settling the nervous system. So the connecting our breath to our movement, the breath work and the meditation that we do in practice, both whilst moving and in the meditation section of the class, are geared towards regulating a stressed out nervous system. So we do practices that activate the parasympathetic, that stimulate the vagus nerve, which is the all-important nerve in charge of the messages from the body to the brain, the safe signals from the body to the brain. So there's many elements of my practice, the vast majority that are focused on regulating the nervous system. So it's very calming and very sort of welcoming and comforting, lots of safety in the class and self-compassion and stuff like that. We do trauma release exercises as well to release physical pent-up tension in the body that is like stored emotional energy. We do that through releasing tension in the psoas muscle, various other things that are really beneficial to the body and mind. Self-compassion is a big part of it as well, through the way that I teach, the way that I kind of encourage you to treat yourself. And we do self-compassion readings at the end of class. The music is kind of geared towards that as well, an emotional connection, feeling your feelings, allowing all the emotions to rise up and stuff like that is really important in my classes. But also just accepting where you're at, whether that is really suffering or in a kind of a self-sabotaging kind of way. So accepting yourself exactly who exactly you are and wherever you're at in your journey, and not forcing yourself to be like, resisting where you're at and forcing yourself to be somewhere else or at the end of your journey or fixed or whatever, which brings a lot of peace to your mind and to your body by just surrendering to where you're at and who you are. And it's fun, like, we have a giggle and we lean into all the positive sensations that the practice brings. I'm quite a kind of comedic person, so we do have a giggle. And we have a really beautiful part of the class at the end of the live classes that we share questions together. There's a space for you to ask me whatever you want about TMS, about the practice, about my own experience, about what I've learned since then, to kind of mentor you a little bit through the process and just encourage you along the way, basically. We do grounding techniques, we do visualization techniques, we do eye gazing, horizon gazing, loads of different techniques that I kind of weave in that are like calming on the mind. I've added a few videos on here before of just little snippets of stuff like that I do to stimulate the vagus nerve and bits and bobs like that. That's really important stuff. Mindfulness is really important just being really aware of the present moment and bringing yourself out of your monkey mind into the space is really important. And it all seems very subtle as well in the classes. Like you might come to one and go, well, that's really nice, but I didn't really understand, what all the different elements are and why that's important and stuff. But over time, it becomes more apparent. It's very subtle every time you practice, but it quickly kind of, grabs hold of you and has the desired effect. There's also an element of face-to-face community that really helps with this process as well. I love all the Facebook groups and I'm part of many of them, and I love the community. TMS community is the best. But I think there's a really special part of this practice, especially the live classes, that we get to chat before and after the class. We get to see each other face to face and comfort each other and share and all that kind of stuff. Whether that's just asking questions or just chatting shit, whatever it is. It's a really brilliant part of feeling safe and feeling accepted and feeling like you're all right. You are all right and you will be all right, big deal. What else? Obviously, the meditation part of class is really important. Like if you understand TMS principles, and a big part of that is soothing yourself and feeling safe and calm. So meditation is obviously massively important to my practice. I've just added a new type of class called Nourishing Nidra, which is a type of yogic sleep class. Yeah, my favorite. I can't believe that I'm teaching sleep. It's amazing. It's basically a fancy word for a long guided meditation where you allow yourself to still be aware and conscious, but you're in that beautiful dream state where you can allow like affirmations and stuff to come into your subconscious, be absorbed, and all the beautiful kind of guided visualization that I do has a chance to actually, make itself home in yourself and your psyche. And it's just really comfy. Like we've got loads of pillows and blankets and candles on and stuff, which is really beautiful. So I'm doing that once every other week at the moment, but I'll probably do that once a week soon. And all the videos and stuff are all in my on-demand library as well. So if you fancy just checking one out, like that specifically is great for anybody that can't really get around very much. I added that extra level, not just to add like a meditative practice, but a solely meditative practice, but to also allow people that have wanted to join but don't really have any kind of movement as yet. They might be in a lot of pain or just stiff or just frightened. So the level 0 is great for them because, well, it's great for everybody, but specifically those people that can't really see themselves in any of the other levels at the moment. Because that's all lying down. It's all floor based. We have pillows under our knees, heads, blankets, and all that kind of thing. It's really comfortable and soothing. Breath work we do gentle pranayama breath work, which is calming the nervous system and not any of that like hectic breath holding, hyperventilating Wim Hof style stuff, which is great. I do love that kind of breath work too, but it's not as inclusive for many people. If you panic a lot or you're unsure of breathing and stuff, if you're short of breath and stuff like that, it's not great for everyone. So I do gentle pranayama practice that's great on the nervous system as well, and just really calming. And it also just helps your diaphragm to soften as well. Like you get a really tight chest with stress and TMS. It really helps to soften that up and soften your abdominal area and chest. And the breath is like the bridge to your real self. It might sound a bit woo-woo, but it allows you to kind of get out of your monkey mind and that frantic conscious state that we're all in, and really settle in your inner kind of peace and calm state on the inside, like your true self, your true nature, which is just done by breath. It sounds really simple, sounds like bullshit, but it's magic, it's brilliant. So we do that, and then obviously the classes are led by me, taught by me, and I've been through this process myself, the deepest, darkest depths of TMS horrificness, through to obviously, being able to move and thrive and find, my real authentic self. So I can guide you based on my own experience, not only for teaching you the type of practice, but also just TMS principles in general and what's worked for me. Obviously, everybody's a bit different, but I've learned a lot since recovering myself, and I can help you with whatever it is you're concerned about, or try to anyway. We connect to our emotions a lot in the class as well. Like the music that I choose for the live classes is specifically chosen for emotional connection. And yeah, I think that's all I need to say about that. It is, we do get emotional outbursts is probably the wrong word, but emotional moments where, especially when people first join and they're kind of like, wow, this is... This just won't let me do anything. We connect to our emotions through the music, so we can we can feel our feelings and all that good stuff that we know that is important in TMS healing, and just allowing ourselves to experience our life in all its ups and downs, and not repress emotions and not suppress what we've been feeling along the way, whether that's stress about the pain or stress about anything really. We build strength and resilience, obviously, which is part of the physical movement. If you become quite atrophied in your TMS life, like I did, gentle movement will build strength and resilience over time, especially when your mind starts to soften and then your body does at the same time. I offer a space of safety and encouragement. That's part of kind of what my message is just letting you know that you're okay and you're well and you're not broken, and just allowing that kind of feeling of safety and encouragement for people that are feeling lost and unsure of what's going on and whether they'll be all right, and not what's going on with the new symptom and stuff like that. And then it's just a really beautiful self-soothing practice. We encourage rest, we encourage sleep. Even if you fall asleep during meditation, that's great. The old school yogis wouldn't be very happy with me saying that, but whatever, it's not for them, it's for us. So yeah, we encourage complete surrender to the practice. If that means you fall asleep, whatever. So I just wanted to lay it out there to make sure that, if you're having concerns of whether, well, it's just a yoga workout, I can do that online, I can do that with anyone, which you can, obviously. But this is a lot more than that. And the movement is like the least important, really. It's not a workout, it's a work in. Namaste. I hope this helps. Hit me up with any questions that you've got about this. And obviously you can check out my schedule of live classes on mytmsjourney.com/yoga. And then there's also an on-demand library now with all my previous classes recorded in high definition. So there's crappy Zoom resolution is gone. It's a really beautiful selection of videos for you to jump in and out of whenever you want, including the new Nidra one. And yeah, I think that's it. Hope you enjoyed this little explanation, and I hope it clarified a few things for you. Let's carry on the conversation in the comments, or just reach out to me on social media or by email, whatever you want, and I can hopefully help you if you have any questions. All right, peace.